Good morning. We're back on Shades of Green on KDWN 720 AM in Las Vegas. I'm your host, Paul Ira, and we're here with the lovely Louise Helton, Annette Bubeck, and of course Stan Hannell with Drive Clean Energy Las Vegas. We were talking about Bill 206. 206, there we go.
Yeah,
as we went to break. So tell us
standard.
more about that.
Okay. Well, what I was saying is that a certain amount of the energy that NV Energy puts out into the grid for us to all use, there's now a portfolio standard in place that says 25% of that energy needs to be coming from a renewable source by the year 2025. Well, NV Energy has said they've already hit that. So now what we're doing is raising the bar. So now we're going to say we want 50% to be renewable by 2030, because it's, that gives us 13 years in order to hit that next bar, and we hit this one in no time at all. So it should be very easy and within our reach to do that more ambitious goal, and that helps everybody. So that will drive a lot more business, again, bringing in a lot more jobs, a lot better paying jobs, and all kinds of good stuff for everybody.
Now this includes everybody's solar, so if anyone has been down to the El Dorado Valley, there's an incredible amount of solar power in that valley. I would venture to say only 20% of it's used, maybe 15%. I believe we could cover that whole valley with solar, either thermal or PV, and continue on. It also includes all the solar that's on people's rooftops and businesses, and I'm told...
And now that gets to come back too.
Yes.
I'm so excited because of AB 405. Let me just touch on that a little more. I glossed over it saying thank goodness it passed. But this is the bill that's going to bring solar back and all those great solar jobs for rooftop solar in our state. After the Public Utility Commission decision in 2015, it killed the industry. Everybody's been upset about it. There was so much amazing consumer support. I mean, the citizens in this state rose up and said, over 70% of them, that was a bad decision. Something has to be done. We want to have solar opportunities. And so the legislature heard them, and this bill has finally passed and will go to the governor's desk today. What that means is that they will be, not only will you be able to get solar and be confident in it, you'll have a 20-year commitment that the rate that you sign up for is the rate you're going to keep. And you will not have to worry about making an investment and then having the rug pulled out from under you, like so many of us did with that first Public Utility Commission decision. So now it not only makes solar possible, it makes it a good investment again for Nevadans. So now people can really look forward as we go into this hot summer and all of those high utility bills that people will want to do something about. Now they can have the confidence to do that. So that's a huge win for everyone in our state.
And to reiterate what happened back in 2015, Nevada was the #1 renewable energy employer in the United States. So we had more renewable energy jobs in Nevada than any other state in the United States. After 2015 legislation, we had solar companies fleeing the state. We lost many of those jobs. I have no idea what percentage, but a large percentage.
We lost 95%. At a minimum. That's a conservative estimate. And the thing that we're not taking into consideration is all the related jobs, because we had a lot of people whose businesses were distributing things to solar companies in order to install those, to make those installations. They left the state or closed down. We lost so many colleagues, especially, the big companies. They could leave the state. They're doing business elsewhere. So it's like, okay, Nevada, tough luck for you. But a lot of the smaller operations like mine and colleagues of mine were really under fire. I can't tell you how many colleagues went out of business. I mean, we most recently lost people who had hung on up until May 1st and they couldn't go further. I mean, we've lost company after company after company in this state. And it's been terrible. And it's in an industry that's so critical to the future of our economic development. So it's really been like saying you're trying to play the championship football game and you're taking your star player and you're saying, no, we're going to sideline them. We don't need them in order to win this game. Well, Nevada's found out we sure do need that player. We need them to be doing everything they can to be on the field. So solar's back, and it's going to be bigger and better than ever and safer for people to invest in.
And of course, those people have to live in houses. and eat in restaurants, and shop at the grocery stores.
Exactly.
So having these jobs is not just about renewable energy. This is about our community and the commerce that goes on here. So
Having
bringing
those
those jobs back is
and
very
then
important.
As being as someone who has solar on my roof, I can face my summer knowing that I'm not going to have those killer power bills, especially as rates go up, as they're going to. We all know it. We've had a very nice little season of low natural gas bills, but when those things are volatile, and they will, and they spike, you know, if you've got solar, you don't have to be afraid of it.
Right. That's one of the beauties of having one of these, an array on your house, is you lock in what your utility bill is going to be for 20 years.
And then all the power is free.
And the power's, well, it's free
after you've
covered the cost. So once your system is paid for, then your power is actually free.
Absolutely.
And if you pay cash for your system, it's like paying all your utility bills up front.
Right. For a bargain discount.
For a bargain discount.
That's
so
what I did.
It's a good thing.
Especially with all the prices coming down. That's the one thing, it couldn't be happening at a better time, because now the prices to buy a solar installation for your house, I mean, they're about half of what they were when I put my system in 2010. It's remarkable.
Well, I pointed this out before when I first started working in Nevada in 2005. The panels cost $12 a watt to buy a panel.
Not anymore.
Now we're doing installs, full system install with inverters and everything for like $1.80 a watt.
That's for a big solar project. That's
That's
not for a home.
Not for a home. But we like big solar projects.
Yes,
And
we do.
I do big projects, but
Yeah, we love them.
it's all good. So the cost has come down considerably. They talk about cut in half. It's way less than that. I have no idea what a per watt cost for a residential install would be, but
Yeah, I've heard $4 a watt installed.
It's way less than that
less than
now.
that now.
Yeah, yeah,
Great.
absolutely. It's closer to $3.
Wow.
320 to 270, depending on how big the system is.
Nice.
And I hear all these discussions about how expensive solar is and how it's subsidized and everything. And okay, I'd say, if you want to stop subsidizing solar, we should stop subsidizing
Oil
everything.
and gas. No
Oil
kidding.
and gas,
Because
tobacco,
they've been getting
beef.
subsidies since 1908, and it's never stopped, and they keep getting more, and nobody ever says anything about
No.
them.
Our company builds solar covered parking, so shaded parking, and it pays for itself in less than 15 years.
There you go.
And so it's got a minimum 25-year life. We've got systems out there that have been operating for 30 years that are still operating, and that's 30-year-old technology. So with brand new technology, we believe that solar arrays could easily last 50 years, with the possible exception of your inverters, which they're gonna play out. The panel
But
itself.
that's not expensive to replace those.
No, and now they've improved the cost on those. They've gone to
Reliability's good too,
microinverters.
yeah.
So it's gotten a lot cheaper to run your system, to maintain your system. It just makes a lot of sense, especially here in Nevada. And if they're doing commercial level projects in Minnesota, are you kidding me? The airport up there has a huge solar array on it. It's an iconic project, they call it, in the state. They're very proud of it. They're winning awards, and they tied in the parking lot lighting with the solar, and the whole thing pays for itself in less than 15 years.
It's remarkable. We
It
just
is
put it on our
remarkable.
building, and I can't tell you, this summer's going to be a lot easier on our wallet.
It's a wonderful thing, and it's
Yeah.
getting better. So
Helps your business.
this is Shades of Green on KDWN. We're going to take a break now, and we'll be right back. And I'm your host, Paul Ira. We'll be right back.